Skateboards, microwaves, and crash test dummies. Those things weren't even discovered yet when the NASCAR Hall of Fame was born back in 1948.
Orlando's main attraction has been shut down for the remainder of the summer, and no, we are not talking about Disney. Head coach Dave Clawson says he appreciates the national attention that his program has been getting recently, but he wants to see his team go from good to great. Shy Tuttle is in the building. Defensive tackle for the New Orleans Saints is here today for a football camp. Brittany is all grown up, and she's playing a new game, but a game that's still played here at the Diamond.
You're watching WXII 12. And now, the Modern Automotive Sports Report.
Welcome to sports. I'm Wendell Epps. It's training camp E for the Carolina Panthers, and the Queen City is still searching for its king. Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold are set to compete in a quarterback battle once training camp begins. Weeks of grueling workouts and countless reps on the gridiron will determine who will reign as a starter in Carolina. Darnold says to him he and Baker are both the starters as of now, but only one can hold the spot once September hits. And their teammates are embracing the battle.
Never a problem when you have two good quarterbacks in the same room, and for that matter, four of them. So for me though, it's just making sure I'm in the right spot at the right time and showing up ready to roll every single day.
It boosts everybody competitiveness. Every group going to see that it's competition at the main spot, so now everybody else around them got competition and step up.
The Panthers will play their first preseason game on the road Saturday, August 13th against the Washington Commanders. From the pros to college, ACC football is right around the corner and the conference is buzzing with debate. That can only mean one thing: the preseason football poll has been released. In the Atlantic Division, Clemson is picked to finish first. The Tigers were also tabbed as the overall conference champion in the preseason poll. NC State is slated to finish second, with Wake Forest selected to place third. It's the second consecutive year both Clemson and NC State are picked to finish in the top two of the division. Over in the Coastal, Miami is expected to be the top team and face Clemson in the title game. North Carolina lands in third and Duke places at the bottom. The Blue Devils receive the second lowest amount of votes for any team in the ACC. The Winston-Salem Dash are wrapping up their first series fresh off the All-Star break. Having returned from their beach visits and summer barbecues, Winston is hungry for a win. This little fella knows what's up, literally looking cool on a hot Sunday at the ballpark. And that Winston heat is contagious. Bottom of the first, Luis Mieses gets the Dash off to a hot start as he slams one to center field. Dash having themselves an early ball as that one bounces off the wall to give them a quick 1-0 lead. Last year's 10th round pick of the White Sox, Tommy Sommers, making his high A debut for the Dash. The Carmel, Indiana native shows out instantly with the swinging strikeout. The newbie striked out 2 and 4 in a third innings pitch. Temperatures continue to rise, but the play of the Dash cools down as they lose 3-2 against the Braves. The MLB recently held their 2022 Hall of Fame induction. This year's headliner is the man with one of the greatest nicknames in the history of sports. Big Papi, David Ortiz, leads the charge of this year's class of inductees. The former Red Sox great is joined in this year's class by 6 other members, including Negro League legend Buck O'Neil. Ortiz spent 20 years in the majors, where he was a 10-time All-Star and 3-time World Series champion. Tough news for the reigning MLB champs. Atlanta Braves outfielder and last year's Golden Glove Award winner Adam Duvall will undergo season-ending wrist surgery this week. He was injured after hitting the outfield wall in the first inning of Saturday night's game against the Angels. Duvall batted .223 with 12 home runs this season. It's time to take it to the track for NASCAR at Pocono, where 6-time winner Denny Hamlin is looking to make history. Hamlin can become the winningest driver at Pocono with the first-place finish, and he's doing whatever it takes to achieve that feat. Ross Chastain tries to move ahead, and Hamlin says, not happening. Chastain tumbles over to the wall, and boom, his race is over. Final lap, Hamlin activates a need for speed as he stays ahead of teammate Kyle Busch and finishes off the race in style for what seems like his 7th win at Pocono. But following the race, both Hamlin and Busch were disqualified for failing post-race inspection. In a twist that is as crazy as a LaMelo Ball assist, Chase Elliott ends up claiming victory at Pocono. Joe Gibbs Racing has until noon Monday to challenge NASCAR's decision of Hamlin's and Busch's disqualification. For now, that'll do it for sports. We're back after this.
Here comes Janiah Downs, whips a pass over to her left side in the hands of Nala Baker, and she'll reset on the left corner. Baker attacks aggressively inside, misses the easy layup. Had a great look there. On the other end, it's Layla Anderson knocking down the tray ball.
She was due. She had 13 points last night, 11 in the first half. She's a shooter.
13 points in her collegiate debut last night. Did take 8 threes, only made 1 of them, so good to see that a three-pointer was able to fall in that last possession for her. Here comes another freshman. This time it's for Catawba. Mary Spry getting that one to go after the nice post move. Anderson will fire another 3. She is blocked. Mount Olive keeps possession alive. Lauren Ford blocks that one. 2 blocks in a row for Catawba. The defense has been there all night for the Lady Indians.
Mary Spry, the young freshman, closed out to get the first block. Lauren Ford got the second one.
That's where that size comes into play. You have Spry, you have Ford, you have Downs all on the floor for Catawba. It's a lot of length out there for the Lady Indians. Left corner 3 on the way. It is an air ball from Kimball. 2 on the shot clock for the Trojans. I don't think they're aware of it. One last heave. It will not count. And a shot clock violation has been assessed for the Trojans of Mount Olive. Maze Helpman has just checked in for Catawba, coming in for Nala Baker. Helpman's our first action of the season in the first half tonight. A little over 2 minutes remaining. Catawba leading by 16. Rebound by Spry. She'll go up, count it, and 1. Mary Spry having herself a night for Catawba.
It was a nice drive to the basket by Janiah Downs. Couldn't get it to go, but Mary Spry, battling for position inside, got the rebound. With that big body, able to put it back up and draw the foul, get the basket, 3-point opportunity.
And Spry not able to convert 3-point play. Tucker gives it over to Kimball. Kimball now will attack inside, and she loses the ball. She's stripped there from DuBose. DuBose activating the need for speed. Missing. Spry the offensive rebound, and the putback is good.
Follow the play. Good things will happen. You end up in the right spot.
Mary Spry's been all over the place, was at the right place at the right time, and was able to convert with the putback. Catawba's lead now up to 20. Anderson tightly defended here by DuBose, and we are going to get a defensive foul on DuBose. Applied just a little bit too much pressure there on Anderson. Three Trojans getting set now to check in for Mount Olive.
Sometimes we talk about young players having to adjust to the speed of the game, but Maya DuBose, sometimes she's going too fast. They might have to slow her down a little bit.
Yeah, she looks like someone that's on a track right now, running all over the place and running like there's no tomorrow. But that speed is certainly an essential part of what this Catawba basketball team is all about. Haley Cruz has it for Mount Olive. About 8 seconds remain on the shot clock for the Trojans. Anderson attacks inside. Tough shot. Rattles home for 2. Downs with it near the left wing. Drives in, and she is fouled on the drive.
Catawba showed a lot more patience in the third quarter, getting the ball inside, not settling for those outside shots.
It's certainly been working for them, and they've been able to find a lot of good opportunities inside. They've been able to convert in those opportunities. Of course, the freshman Mary Spry has had herself a nice ball game, especially in this third quarter.
For many young children, there's that one hobby where talent and love intersects. And for Brittany Apgar, that hobby was baseball.
My dad and my brother used to play catch outside of the house when I'd be inside with my mom. And I heard the pop of the glove from them playing catch, and ever since then, I've always wanted to play baseball.
WXII spoke to Brittany when she was just 11 years old. At the time, she was the only girl on her Little League baseball team at Greensboro Parks and Recreation.
It kind of feels like a dream some days because it doesn't feel like I really did all of that.
Fast forward to 2022, Brittany is all grown up, and she's playing a new game, but a game that's still played here at the Diamond. Brittany is now a rising sophomore at Greensboro College, where she is on the university softball team. She made the switch to softball after getting cut from her high school baseball team her sophomore year. But Brittany's story to becoming a student athlete is not like the rest. Brittany only has one hand. She was born with a birth defect called hypoplasia.
The doctors took my left fibula out and they constructed my arm to make it longer, and then they took each of the bones out of the middle of my toes and they constructed each of my little fingers, and then they actually were able to construct a wrist joint as well, so I have like movement up and down of it.
Despite her limb difference, Brittany has not let that stop her from excelling as a collegiate athlete.
My mom told me ever since I was a kid that I can't let my disability be an excuse into why I can't do something.
And Brittany has listened to her mom, showcasing her strength and determination during her time playing softball at Greensboro College so far.
The weight room, there's a lot of things, lifts specifically, where she would have to use a gadget that goes on her arm. And I think that showed her teammates that anyone is capable of doing anything.
And she aspires to do even more off the diamond.
To think 5 to 10 years down the road, I think as long as I'm helping people, I'm going to be happy.
Softball has been a grand slam in Brittany's life. It's brought smiles, toughness, and most importantly, a lifelong passion.
There's no like one big thing that makes me come back every day. It's honestly the smell of the leather or the glove or something small like that. I love every single aspect about this game.